Hello, Instagram. This is John Melendrez, coming to you live. I am a professional ballroom dancer. I am a wedding choreographer, and I am a winner of the Knot 2017, 2018, and 2020. Today's show is going to be on dance shoes, and I bring this up now because dance shoes are really important. A lot of people don't really realize how dance shoes are going to affect their wedding first dance. And as a wedding first dance, you definitely want to be able to look good. You want to have the shoes to be comfortable. As a choreographer, I deal with people who have dance shoes. And my take on wedding dance shoes is such that I'm going to bring on a special guest today to talk about dance shoes, because not all shoes and not all wedding dance shoes are created the same. Wedding shoes are super important, especially if you're going to dance with them. Some are made comfortably, some are not made or constructed very well. So you want to have a good pair of shoes, not just to dance in, but you want to have a great pair of shoes to get married in. And everyone's going to do their first dance, so why not have a pair of dance shoes that look great and feel comfortable? In just a minute here, I'm going to bring on a real good friend of mine, Angela Nuran from AngelaNuranShoes.com. She's going to be the expert today on talking about wedding dance shoes, especially for first dances. So without delay, let me see if we can get her on. Okay, let's see if this technology really works. And Nuran should be coming on here in just a couple of seconds. Again, I want to introduce her to as Angela Nuran Shoes. I know she's joined here in just a minute. And let's see if she can get on. Okay, we're finally connecting with. There she is, Nuran.
Hey guys, hi John.
Happy Monday.
Thanks. Happy Monday to you too. Your lighting is superb. I'm gonna have to work on my lighting skills.
Well, I got this light because my wife does a lot of photos and photo editing and such, so I get a chance to steal some of her equipment and use it.
Okay, sounds good.
So, so today's theme is, as everybody knows, I'm a wedding choreographer, and we're talking about shoes and weddings and shoes. The combination equals AngelaNuranShoes.com, and that's you.
Yay! Yay!
So,
I'd love to talk to your audience, our audience, about what my shoes are and what makes them so much better for for brides and their moms to wear, rather than just regular dance shoes, or even just regular street shoes, because we've combined dance shoes and beautiful fashion shoes to give them something that's going to get them through their event beautifully.
Yeah, and you know what? That's exactly the reason why I asked you to do this with me, because when it comes to that, you are the expert, and not only do you do dance shoes, but you're a former dancer. Not too many people know that you and I have danced together. We've competed, we've done shows. You're a fantastic dancer. So that's why I'm calling you because you have a dance experience and a shoe business. So tell me a little bit about your shoes.
Can you see this picture, John? I don't know if that's showing up, but it's a picture of us from when we did that competition. Oh, so many years ago.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I told you I'd dig it up for today. Anyway, listen, y'all, please bear with me because I'm not real well versed at this new way of doing shows and stuff and communicating with people. So I'll try to keep the camera in the right place. So
you're doing great
anyway,
so far.
yeah. Well, thanks, sweetie. I appreciate it, really. Let me tell you about the shoes. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Is the sound coming over?
yeah,
Yeah?
you
Okay.
sound just fine.
Okay, great. Well, just in a nutshell, what I've done is created a line of shoes. I did this about 12 years ago, and of course the line has evolved. But it takes the best components of dance shoes and mixes it in with some beautiful fashion shoes. Let's see if I can give you guys a quick
Beautiful. Wow.
preview here of some of the stuff that we do. We do all different kinds of heel heights, and the shoes are they're dyeable, so we can always do any kind of a color for people. Let me see. Is this? Can you see these? I've turned the camera
Yeah.
to where. Okay, cool. So these two styles are pretty much identical, except one of them has, let me see if I can do this better so I can see what I'm showing people. Okay, so this is the Deco style, and it has the lower heel, the 2.5-inch heel, and then this is the identical shoe, the sister shoe, but it has the 3.5-inch heel. And all of this stuff is viewable on our website. But basically, ladies, it's got the suede sole that you really do need to be able to dance well for your first dance, or even if you're not dancing that much but want something that's going to get you through the night well, because the suede grabs it grabs the floor. And if women are wearing a leather sole shoe or a rubber sole shoe, then they're not going to be able to hold the floor, or they're going to stumble.
You
So
know,
it's real
I'm
important.
glad you brought that up because we did have a question earlier. How does
Yeah.
how does a shoe help, or how does a shoe with a suede bottom help you perform your first dance better?
Oh, well, dance shoes with the suede sole allows a dancer for her foot to hold on to the floor. They grab the floor better. They can feel the floor better. If you're wearing a stiff shoe that has that has like a leather sole or a rubber sole, then if it's a like a slick leather sole, then the dancer could actually literally slip and not be able to, to keep her balance well. A rubber sole is probably even worse because a rubber sole will stick to the floor, and that tends to really create some problems. So
Yeah.
suede is really the way to go. Plus, they're just more comfortable. They're lighter weight and they feel better.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And with rubber soles, you don't want anything to stick to the floor because injuries could happen when that happens.
Yeah, face plants, not a good idea on your wedding day.
Face plants, not good for shows or first dances.
No. Would be pretty good for wedding bloopers, though. The way they make them. Probably not what your brides want to do.
You did bring up customizing shoes, dye and color them and doing everything that they want. What's the turnaround time? I mean, how much time should brides expect to wait on their shoes?
Dyeing does not take us very long. We also can match any color. So if a customer sends us a swatch, like if the mother needs a pair of shoes dyed to match her gown, we do a ton of mother of dresses, shoes to match their dresses. For brides, if they're our shoes are an off-white silk, they're not a white satin. We make a really high quality, high-end shoe. It's not an inexpensive, cheap little product that's going to fall apart. But
Right.
to a turnaround time, I can do them overnight if necessary. Typically, we
Wow.
would like to have, a week just to, to be comfortable with it. But yeah, I can't tell you how many times we've had rush orders that we've literally turned around overnight. Here's a pair of very customized shoes.
Yeah, let's take a
These
look.
This is a very customized pair that was dyed, and we put this embellishment on it. She wanted something very, very, showy. And I wanted to also tell your customers that today we are doing oh gosh, I put that phone right up to my face. I'm so sorry, everybody. I've got to get used to this. This is the shoe, the Astoria shoe. and I put the T-strap on here with the sparkle on it.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh, let me see if I can get a decent shot of this. So this is it with this customization and with a different brooch on it. This is the way that the shoe comes just stock.
Yeah.
So it's the
Oh,
identical
wow.
same shoe.
Wow, that's stock?
Same, yeah, that's the same shoe, but we can customize them.
Oh,
And
boy.
then the Deco, here's the Deco, which is the lower heel version, and it has the plain T-strap on it.
Oh, wow.
And also, you know, anyway, the T-strap is optional. But to dye shoes, John, we can do that, like I said, it just almost immediately. We also do a lot of customizing with crystals.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to cut you off, but you had just mentioned you have a sale going on. And
yeah, this is.
I have a picture to show. I'm going to end up cutting your face off, but please, you know, continue talking about customization your shoes while I pop up the picture.
Sure. Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's the Astoria. That's the higher heel version. And today, for your audience, for the Instagram audience, we're doing Astoria or the low heel Deco, and there is a coupon code which is IG sale. And these shoes today are only $250. They're normally $368. So dollars.
Wow. That's great.
Special price for your customers and anybody that happens to be watching us today. Just go to my website, which is angelanuran.com, and we'll
Are you able to see the picture? Can you see the picture pop up?
I can see the picture great, and your face is covering all of the text that's running down the right side, which tells your customers where to go and what to do. But
oh my God!
Hey, this is a whole new world for us. Can you put that over? Well, you know what? That's what I'm seeing on my phone, right. But I'll bet your customers can see it just fine because it's cutting me off on your phone, right? Yeah. Anyway. Folks, just go to angelanuran.com. That's angelanuran.com, and the coupon code for this to get you that $250 price is IG sale, and that is the coupon code for Astoria or Deco. Okay.
Well, that's fantastic. Now,
what else can I tell you?
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, again, your experience as a dancer and your experience as doing shoes, there's a lot of brides out there, a lot of people out there that have never really danced or performed. So how do you deal with jitters, like first time performing jitters? Because we've danced before and you've had shoes, and for brides, how would you describe how to handle being nervous or, you know, performing for the dance? How can you help with that?
What I found the best thing to do is, especially for first dances, I used to do what you do, which is, you know, choreographing and preparing couples. That's kind of how I literally stumbled into this shoe business. But the best thing that I found that couples can do is, first of all, practice on their own, make sure that they're comfortable with everything that they're doing. And as far as jitters are concerned, if the couple can actually go to the venue where they're going to have their wedding, and maybe a day or two ahead of the event, and run through their dance there, you're actually going to feel a lot more comfortable because you're not doing it for the first time in a place that you're not familiar with. That also helps the couple become familiar with the floor size. You know, I know you go over all this stuff with them, John, so I'm not going to cover stuff that you haven't already gone over with them. Jitters, take a big breath, get out there, and once you start dancing, there's no time for anything but enjoying yourself and going through the dance. But I mean, I always had jitters, but once I hit the stage, I was fine. You don't think about it anymore. You just do your thing, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, once you start dancing, you really end up focusing on just the actual dance itself, and everything else kind of melts away.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun too. I always love performing. I always love teaching. Those were some good days, John.
Are you being safe? Are you doing social distancing in the COVID-19 era?
Big time. Yeah. My husband and I are, I'm right on the border of the danger age. I'm not going to tell you how old my husband is, but let's say he's well into the danger zone. So yeah. So we are definitely being very careful here. I am seeing brides and anyone that really needs shoes, I am seeing them here in my home because the stores are closed. I know that some of the stores are starting to open, but if someone does need shoes, I've actually seen a couple of customers here. We're doing all of the safety precautions, and I'm actually taking customers, let's see if I can do this real quickly. I'm taking customers out on our lanai, and there's, it's very safe. There's nothing going on. This is a private home, so I'm going to turn around, and if anybody needs to get their shoes, you'll be out here on our lanai. It's all covered, and you can actually sit there and watch the boats go by when you're getting your shoe fitting.
I'm presuming that everyone wears masks when they do that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Off of what you just said, businesses are starting to open up. I've been getting calls and people calling me up asking me when we're going to start private lessons again. And, I have no intentions of opening up yet. But once I think it's safe, once Dr. Fauci says everything's cool, then, hey, I'm back in business again. But right now, all of our lessons are being taught virtually.
I was actually going to ask you how you're handling your dance lessons. Are you doing it all virtually? Are you seeing clients? It's impossible, I would think, to have a physical dance lesson because of the intimate nature of having to, even the temptation, even if you're not supposed to touch somebody. I would think that trying to do it in person would be perhaps not the safest way of doing it. So tell me what you're doing. I'm so curious.
Well, I tell you, I've seen some broadcasts on the news where people are holding hands, 6 feet apart. I don't know if I could be very effective on choreographing someone's first dance in that manner. So what I've done is I've taken all my lessons virtual. I've taken everybody online. And have private lessons online. I've got private lessons online, and I have group classes online. Just to be more specific, it's royalpalacedance.com, and you'll see classes online, and then you just click in, you sign up for the class, you click in, and you join the group. It's funny. It's very much like Hollywood Squares. You remember Hollywood Squares where all the celebrities? Yeah, all the celebrities in the squares. It's a lot of fun. People really dig it, and we can talk to each other. And I play the music, give instructions over the camera, and it works. It works. People dig it, cool. And they're having a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. So when you're preparing a couple for their first dance, John, I mean, I did that for years, and I know that couples are probably very curious how long it takes to get them ready for a dance. I'm so curious, how are you doing these your lessons, and how long does your couple need to prepare?
Oh my God!
What kind of recommendations?
Oh my God, that's like top 3 question. How much time do I need to have a wedding dance? Yeah. I got to be honest with you. I got to tell you, 3 months, good 3 months, twice a week, 3 times a week, however, whatever your schedule allows. But I say 3 months in advance because, you really need time to physically prepare, mentally prepare. But what's most important is getting the choreography, getting the steps down so it's natural for you. Most of my students that come in, most of my clients that come in, don't have dance experience, musical training, or anything. So they really need time to, what's the word? You know how you sniff wine and you enjoy the bouquet of wine? That's what you have to do when it comes to dancing. You have to do it over and over and over again. And, I do get a lot of last minute, John, help me. I'm
Yeah.
getting married
Oh,
tomorrow.
sure. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. I always said that even an hour is better than nothing. Even just getting the basics about how to hold your partner, and getting the comfort level of even that small amount of instruction. If you can't devote a whole lot of time to it, I definitely think that everybody should have at least some kind of a session, if not more, with an instructor, even if it's a short time.
Yeah, yeah. The people who don't do a wedding dance end up doing a belt buckle sway. They just stand there and rock. You know,
Yeah.
I hate to see that. All these people came to see a beautiful wedding, and a first dance is so important. Everyone's looking for the first dance. So it's such a pleasure to treat your guests with a beautiful dance so they can see the dress, uh,
Oh, yeah.
the happiness.
Yeah.
It's great, and I recommend everybody should really do a first dance.
Where can people go to see what you've done? I mean, I know that they'd love to see some examples of your own students and hear from some of the people that you've taught.
I'm glad you brought that up because I have so many wedding videos on YouTube that people haven't seen yet. If they go to YouTube and type in Jonathon Melendrez, Jonathon, O-N, Jonathon
Oh,
Melendrez, okay? I would think that's easier to spell. But anyways, I have so many videos on YouTube. They can see what they like. They can see what an over-the-top routine looks like. They can see what a simple dance routine looks like. I even have I'm on the wedding knot, the knot, and
you're not. Yeah.
that's really popular for brides and grooms. And on there, I have more videos and I have more pictures of what people can see what I've done, and maybe they can, imagine putting themselves into that routine and seeing the people clap for them, seeing people cheer and dance to music. It's great. I really wish people could go to YouTube and look at some of the videos that I've posted, just so that they can get an idea of what they want or what they don't want, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really wish
And
that people could take advantage of that.
I hope that they do. I know that it was one of the highlights of my life, actually, John, were the years that I taught. I'm sitting here staring at your eyes on the camera when I probably should be looking up at the camera lens. But gosh, those were wonderful years working with those couples, working with the families. And it wasn't just the joy that you brought to the dancers, to the bride and the groom, or the bride and the bride and the groom, however, whatever the couple is. I know that thousands and thousands of people that have been, watching or were participants in these weddings really derived so much joy watching the couple get out there and do something that was not only entertaining for all the people to watch, but also such a personal joy and such a great feeling of satisfaction for the couple that
Yes.
they did this together, that they worked on this together, and the triumph that they had.
Yeah.
It was. I know what you feel, and I know
Yeah.
what your students feel. I
It's
really.
it's a satisfactory feeling, but I gotta say one thing. When it comes to lessons or preparing for the wedding first dance is that most men, specifically men, when they come into the studio, I know they're being dragged. Most men. This is not the first thing that they think of when it comes to being married. So most men are being dragged in. But I gotta tell you, the guys that come into the dance studio are scared. But after the first lesson, after the second lesson, they're really into it, man. They're really into it. They have no problem picking up their spouse and flinging them up in the air and doing some fun special tricks. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm reading a message that someone had typed in. It says, "Tell us about your own wedding dance. Did you have a dance when you and Paul got married?"
Oh, we had a hurricane. I really feel for these girls and guys and everyone that's trying to have a wedding and are having to postpone it. We got married one day before our actual wedding was scheduled because Hurricane Jean hit. This was we were supposed to get married September the 25th of 2004. We wound up rushing through a ceremony the day or a day ahead of time during our rehearsal. Our wedding was canceled, but we were able to get married. We had about one-fourth the number of people that were supposed to be there. Everybody got thrown out of the resort. The governor closed the city. It was a disaster. I mean, it really was a mess. But the dance that Paul and I were supposed to have, we wound up doing an impromptu version of it on a carpeted floor in a restaurant where we wound up having, I can't even call it a reception. It was a gathering of the people that were there.
Oh.
So it broke my heart. I cried for 3 days.
Oh, 3 days? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But you know what? The important thing is we got married, and it was a memorable experience. And yeah, we danced. We didn't get to do our routine, but we danced. So
Well, that's good.
there you have it.
That's good. That's important. That's so important. I'm sure it was a great time. As long as you guys danced, that was fantastic. That's good.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? It's almost 16 years later. We're still married, and we got a great marriage. So, the important thing happened. We said our vows, and
Yeah.
you you learn to live with the ups and downs life throws you.
Yeah.
It may not be what you expected, but that's part of life.
Yeah. 16 years. Well, congratulations on being married for that much time.
Almost. We're close to it. I'm Paul's first and only wife. So
No way.
He waited 53 years to get married.
Well, it sounds like it's worth it. He's one and only, and he's still in it.
He's a great guy. I really got lucky with him.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, you are a dream woman, and you are a dream business person. I love your shoes, and I'm still getting questions here and comments about your shoes and how awesome you are. So I look forward to do this again, and we can do this again in the near future.
I'd be very happy to. I wish that I knew a better way of exposing this product to your customers, but I guess the best thing to do is just go to my website, angelanuran.com, and like I said, today we're going to give a very nice special to anyone that's on the feed here, and just type in the promo code IGSALE, and they can order Astoria or Deco. If anybody has any questions, you can call me, text me, email me. All of that contact information is right there on my website.
Oh, fantastic.
Anything else I can think of, John, any questions, let me know. And if there's anybody watching that has any questions, I'm real easy to get to.
Well, that's fantastic. You are awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll do this again in the future. I love this.
Okay.
Great. In fact, I'm doing another show. I'm doing another show Friday at 12 o'clock. We're going to talk about hair. So maybe if you're around, you can be part of the audience, and I can pop you in and pop you out. So yeah, you cool with that?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wonderful. I love that. I am going to let you go here, and as I do that, I am going to see if I can bring on one of my own wedding videos.
Oh, that would be great. We would love to see that.
As a send off. Okay. All right. You go.
I love you, Tom.
I love you too.
Good to see you.
You are awesome. Talk to you soon.
Okay, sweetie. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Angela Nuran. She is an awesome person. I love her to death, and I still have her shot up there about wedding shoes and her special promotion that she's doing for the brides who are going to have a wedding first dance. So at this time, I am going to play a video that people can watch about what a practice routine looks like. Let's see if they can see it. Let me see if I can bring it up in a different format, in a different way. Well, that's the end of the show. I am John Melendrez from Melendrez Dance Studios. We are offering private lessons and group classes at royalpalace.com. If you have any questions, please reach me there, or you can call me, or text me on my phone, 954-296-0298. Have a great day, be safe, and please wear a mask.